Hello, it's a Saturday and I'm off for a drive. It's 18 degrees and it's mostly sunny. I would say sunny actually, it's very bright. White clouds, blue skies. There's a hint of grey clouds, but there isn't as such. So here I am going for a drive into town. I suppose you've been wondering why I haven't been speaking in my videos and why I haven't been showing me editing and, well, editing the laptop as much. There was a bit of a glimpse of it in, no, turn right here. Did I make a mistake there? Oh. I think you can turn right here. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just. This is the problem, vlogging and, well, talking in a vlog while you're driving and being a male. Hashtag can't multitask. Here we go. See, I have to change gears. So yeah, the reason is because I was getting self-conscious because it seemed very repetitive, and I thought, well, let's leave out the editing, and I made a point as well that this is a video, I don't have to discuss what you've already seen. So I decided to let the images tell the story, but and then I became self-conscious of that, of not talking. So we're back at square one again, or square two. I don't know where I am. It's good. I mean, it's good to have. You can't stick to the same formula. Do I turn left here, or is it a dead end? It doesn't say it's a dead end. Oh, that was the road. No, that was a dead end, I think. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Oh, big mistake here. Alright. Oh, yeah, dead end. Blast. I wanted to avoid this. Stop. That's where I want to go, to that car park. Oh God. Is it okay to rely on the same mirror? Coming to a road now, aren't we? Well, you live and learn. I wanted to avoid that side street because I knew I've been down there before by mistake, and there you go. But now I know which turning to do. So it's the last turning before it goes up the hill to the roundabout. Right, I've arrived and I've got my ticket. No pressure. It means I can stay as long as I want and then pay pay afterwards rather than before and then have to come back and top it up. Although there is things you can I'm rambling on. Right, I was going to say that, you know, when you can also ring this number at the ticket machine if you paid in advance, and you can also pay on the phone, but I think you have to pay maybe 20 pence extra for that, but it's convenient, just as this is. Right, let me turn the engine off, and off I go. So I'm at the beacon centre. I can't remember if I locked my car. Well, I'm back. Just been for a quick drive to the beacon, and I'm back because I checked the weather and it's going to rain in about an hour or two, so I thought I'd come straight back and continue with the edit. And the edit is of a video for, I think it's the 12th, I'm not sure, but I'll put it here. This is the video I'm editing this day. I think it's vlog 400. 400. This is back to front, isn't it? Yeah, back to front. Is this back to, yeah, that's back to front in my view. So I shouldn't say vlog 400, I should say vlog 400. Anyway, that's what I'm up to now. I'm still editing away, and I have been for 2 hours non-stop, and I'm going to take a break. I've put the pint of water in the fridge, having just poured it out. So I'm going to go for another little drive. I'm going to stop off at Asda, pick up, I need one more pure grapefruit juice, and I'm going to have a loaf of bread, but I'm going to get a white loaf for a change, and I'm going to get some cheese, but I'm going to get I can't remember what it's called. It's not mild, it's the opposite. It's strong, but is it mature cheese? I couldn't find the autonym for that online, but I know it'll say it on the wrapper. So more on that later. I've been and gotten the stuff. thought I'd get a multi-pack of 6 crinkled crisps as well. I didn't intend to get it, but I thought I'd just for snacks, you know, when you fancy a bag of something, you get a pang for something. And I was right, but I wasn't sure about the cheese, the strength. I know there was mild cheese, but I couldn't remember what the strong cheese was, and I think I may have mentioned mature, and that was the answer. That's weird. Couldn't get off on gear. So yes, I've got the mature cheese, so I like a bit of strength. Sorry, I can't. It's difficult to drive a manual car and speak at the same time. I was going to say something about multitasking, but I won't. So what was I going to say? So yeah, I've got that. I've got a loaf of white bread for a change. It's nice to have a variety. And now the video I'm currently editing is about a trip to Asda in St. Leonard's on Sea. And although I don't mention it in the video, what is wrong with me? I'll explain why in a minute. The outcome of that trip to Asda, well, I had the reason for going there in the first place. Well, one of the reasons was to pick up some grapefruit juice, and it didn't have any. So before I came home that day, I went to the Asda I'd just been to, and they didn't have any either. So what am I trying to say here? Well, I meant to get an extra pure grapefruit juice, and came away with a carton of apple juice instead. So I'm thinking, if I like apple juice, I might switch to apple juice in future. So I might give grapefruit juice a rest, it's had its day sort of thing, and move on to apple juice. So it depends. It depends. See how we go with this carton first. Right, now oops. Oh my goodness me. Now the problem is I adjusted my seat, because when I parked at the Asda car park, I drove in, I did a forward park, and I didn't adjust myself afterwards, so I was really close to the car on the right. And of course when I got back to the car, oops, daisies me. When I got back to the car, the person who owned it was with children and shopping, and anyway, what I decided to do was I decided to climb into the car from the passenger side, and of course it meant pushing the seats back for the passenger and the driver, and readjusting the driver's seat afterwards. I thought I had the right setting, and obviously I haven't. I need to bring the seats forward a bit more, because although I can push down on the pedal, it's not enough. I need to push down completely. And of course the normal push down is too light for the petrol, for the drive, so I'm having to shudder. So I need to fix that when I go back. So I think that's it. And of course I paid 10p for the plastic bag, because I didn't bring a bag with me and I left the shopping bags in the boot. I thought I had it in my back pocket. As a habit, I have a plastic bag in my back pocket, and I didn't. So that's it really. Now I'm going back home. I do feel my stomach rumbled on the way out, so I'm going to have a couple of toasts, probably with marmalade, and a cup of coffee. I haven't got any milk, but the last bottle I had to throw it away. It wasn't, I don't think past its sell by date, but because I keep leaving the fridge door open, it seems to have an adverse effect on the milk. And I had to chuck it all away, and it put me right off milk in a sense. So I thought, no, I'm going to stick to black coffee. It's best to have coffee that's black anyway, isn't it? Crikey. I think I need some more driving lessons. Right, I'll see you later. It's difficult to open the door while you're holding an umbrella and a bag. And now I know why. You get some handles that sort of curve into like a letter J. That's so that you can hook your bag of shopping on it. It makes it easier to hold. Anyway, I'm home now. Also, earlier I said I wasn't going to go out again because, not go out again, but not stay out because it was forecast rain. And when I left the flat just now, well, when I left the flat a second time, I noticed it hadn't rained, but it was overcast, there was no sun. I thought, where's the rain? And just as I was coming home, it started to rain. Right, so I'm home now, as I said before. Have a couple of toasts with marmalade, black coffee, watch. There's no TV to watch. I might watch yesterday's Graham Norton to see who's on the show next week. That's the only reason why I watch it, unless there's particularly interesting guests. Right, so, or watch YouTube videos. There's always something to watch while you're snacking away. And then after that, comments with the video. Vlog 400, dated the 12th of June. I don't know what day that was. Today I think it's the 15th. I don't know. I think it's Tuesday's video. 12, 13, 14, 15. Today must be 16. Oh, I don't know. I might put it on the screen just here. Right. So yeah, it's nearly finished. So that'll be finishing in after a few clips. And I found a way of, there's a setting now which uploads it straight to YouTube. So it exports and uploads at the same time as part of the same process. All I have to do is create the thumbnail and add the tags and the date and the location. But the description, I can do all that in the software. Anyway, I'm rambling on and I must proceed with the next part of the day. Just unpack the bag, and this is the hole, a mini hole, starting from the bag and working clockwise. So the bag itself, which cost about 10p, soft white bread, medium slice, 55p. I shouldn't say the prices because I'm not going to remember them all. The cheese, you see it's called mature. It's called mature. I can't remember what it was called. Well, I had a feeling it was called mature, but I didn't register for some reason. There's a contradiction in terms. Mature. Something to be strong is mature. Something to be old is mature. Anyway, I'm gonna get myself into trouble here. And of course, some crisps, which cut. This cost 85p or 89p. Rustle. Right, here's the receipt. This. Let me refer to the script. Prompt, bread 55p, yes. Cheese slices 1.90 in case I forgot to mention it. The crisps are 85p and the apple juice is 80p, just like it is for the pure grapefruit juice, which is currently out of stock this week. The label was on the shelf, so they obviously haven't taken it. If it's out of stock, unless they had a delivery this morning and it all sold out again, every time I go now it's selling out. It's very popular. But the sticker is, the label is still there. So if it's out of stock, they normally put an out of stock bit on the label. So maybe they sold that within the day, or they've stopped supplying it and they haven't taken the label off. Maybe they will take the label off. So next time I go, they'll either be replenished, out of stock still, or even they've stopped supplying it. All interesting stuff, I hear you say. Right, so that's it. Little mini mole, Darth Maul. The mini haul is now over. So on to the marmalade toast and coffee. Just taking the bread out of the fridge. Oops. Bowl of water nearly fell out. I tried to put the carton of apple juice next to it so it would sort of make it secure, but I have to learn to open the fridge door gently. Bring it forward so it reminds me that the next time I have strawberry jam. This is Marmalade. I'm also listening to Scala Radio. Some good programs on a Saturday. There's Mark Commode on his film music, and this one is game music. So it's a bit like Classic FM, except it's got these extras. You hear things from, you hear more film music, more musical music, and you hear games music. And you hear classical music as well, of course. You can't hear it right now because of copyright. Every time I have the radio on, or in the past, and YouTube sort of detects a song, it thinks I'm breaching some copyright, so I get a slap on the wrist. So I'm sorry you can't hear the song, but you could Google the words you're singing, ironically, into YouTube to hear the song I'm actually listening to. Well, I'm not at the moment because I've got it muted, but when this recording ends, so I'm breaking the fourth wall again. Yeah, so that's why it's quiet, because of copyright. If I was to play that tune, I'd get a rap on the knuckles. I think I've had 2 strikes already. The third one might mean using the channel, so I have to be careful. No, I'm exaggerating. I don't think I'll. Nothing will happen. If the worst comes to the worst, it just means I have to take down the video, or I think YouTube has a way of drowning out the music anyway. Toast is done. Everything's ready, but I haven't done the dishes. And the cup, plate, knife need to be washed, which means the toast will get cold and I won't have that lovely melting butter on it. I planned this really well. And of course the teaspoon as well. Right, so that's next week's guests. So we've got Jake Gyllenhaal and Tom Holland on the sofa, which can only mean one thing: that the new Spider-Man movie is coming out the week after next. Wow. I did a reaction trailer video to that, Spider-Man Far From Home, and I'll put it at the end of the video as part of the end screen, and if you want to take a look at it, it's there.